guys, welcome to Connectra, a platform where we're uniting and uplifting all the businesses of the Jain community. A huge shout out to all the beauty enthusiasts and makeup lovers. Please get ready to witness the transforming journey of beautiful faces while enhancing their natural beauty. We have here with us Khushi from Blend with Khushi, who has mastered the art of creating flawless looks, be it photo shoots or bridal makeup or everyday glam. Let's get ready to have our daily dose of beauty inspiration.
Thank you so much for having me on set.
So you deserve it all. So what's up, kya chal raha?
Season is going on.
Great. Isn't that a good thing?
It's the best thing I feel.
Great. So I want to know, tell me, transitioning from passion to profession can be really daunting at times. How did you take the leap? How did you just think of it as a career?
Honestly, makeup was never a career option for me. I always loved makeup. I love the idea of makeup. I've been watching like YouTube videos about from the West beauty creators. So I was always inspired, how are they doing? So that really intrigued the idea of makeup in me. But as far as I remember, like professionally, my sisters really pushed me. They told me that, you can just try, give it a shot. If it doesn't work out, you can always switch it up. So 2 years I practiced on my friends, family, like everyone possible. And then I took it professionally 6 years ago. So it's my 6th year.
Wow, that's a lot. But what was the original plan?
Maybe something into fashion business or something, some sort of, something in fashion line only. But makeup, I never thought because there was no scope back then, or else maybe I was not aware about it because it was not taken as a serious career back then. What's the market like? Why will people, come and do makeup? Why would someone trust? So that was like very questioning for me. But again, I gave it a shot and here we are.
Great. So, your profession is something which is not encouraged in every household. Nobody, I know would encourage their daughter or their son to be a makeup artist. Did you also have that kind of feeling at home, or did you also have to do a lot of convincing?
Honestly, I know outside, in our community, it wasn't like a serious career option. Makeup was taken like a passion or a hobby.
Time pass.
Yeah, time pass or, just like a side business sort of a thing. But again, my family, I'll tell you honestly, my mom has been supportive throughout. She always wanted me to do something of my own, not sugarcoating anything. But yeah, she told me that, be independent, be financially independent. And she knew that I loved art and craft, creative side. So she was, I think, very okay. She just wanted me to be safe, to give, so she just wanted me to do my best, of course, be safe. Again, this industry is little tricky to work in. And that's it. Friends and family.
So, how did you develop your skills in makeup? Were there any mentors, or were you doing any classes or any course for this?
I'm a complete self-taught. I learned through YouTube. And when I started, I knew that, just the YouTube learning won't work because in bridal industry, you really need to know different skin types, textures, color theory, what works best for, clients. So I did a small masterclass with few big makeup artists in the industry and did hands-on practice with them, and that's how I started. And so basically they were somebody I looked up to. So when I started when I started watching YouTube, it was basically makeup by Mario, makeup by Ariel, Jacqueline Hill. And from Indian YouTubers, it was Malvika Sitlani only because she was the OG creator that time. And post when I started my, professional career, it was Samaira Sandhu, Meera Sakrani, Riya Nagpal. So yeah.
So you did your courses?
Yeah, I did my course with them.
Great. So how do you go about building your client base? Especially in the beginning when you're just starting out.
See, word of mouth is a biggest
market, right?
Yeah, totally. So you know how our community is. अगर इसने मेकअप करा and they liked it, so they'll refer you, and that's how my friends have played a major role. Marketing, putting stories for me, and I was constantly posting on social media. So consistency is also something that
Yeah.
You need to maintain, and yeah, it just works for you once your clients, grow, and yeah.
So word of mouth is the thing.
Word of mouth, yeah, and of course you need to be good at your craft. I feel
Yeah,
that
definitely.
I mean, if you're good at your craft, you're gonna get work. That's for sure in makeup industry. You just need to be good, and that's about it.
And what do you think are the most common myths or stereotypes related to makeup?
There are a lot, honestly, but it might sound funny, but ऐसा बोलते हैं कि मेकअप ही तो करती है. What's about it? मेकअप ही तो है. So I just want to tell you that makeup के पीछे there's a lot that goes that is not seen, or people don't know about it. Firstly, you need to have like professional training with this. You need to understand every client, every feature, like lighting. Also, you need to learn how to manage clients, the emotion that goes behind the mess. I think that's really important. So people need to understand that makeup ke alawa there is a lot of thing. As a makeup artist, I'll tell you something. I don't focus just on makeup. I see hair, I see draping, I see jewelry. I see firstly what the event is. You just can't dress up somebody on the basis of what you like. It needs to match the aesthetic of the entire thing. So you need to make sure. I mean, there are a lot of things, and there's a very common phrase, all that glitters not gold. So whatever glamorous you see on social media, it's not that glamorous. It's a very physically and mentally challenging career. So yeah.
So yeah, just get to know that it's quite exhausting.
It's exhausting, but at the end of the day, when the client is happy, that's what matters. So
100%, yeah. So, being a makeup artist, do you face any challenges in being treated with respect and credibility? Do you think that लोगों ने ऐसे हल्के में ले लिया, इतनी छोटी है ये क्या ही कर लेगी?
I mean, of course, I started really young, so people did doubt me for my work. But I think I had to constantly prove myself over time when people started to see my skill and professionalism. My work was been praised, and they judge me for my craft and not my age. I feel.
Yeah. So, any client makeup story that didn't go too well, how do you take criticism?
I mean, there are a lot of stories because not everybody is gonna like your work, as I feel in this industry. But I think you need to learn how to take criticism. That's how you grow. I feel I take it very positively. I feel there's always room to learn, from the mistakes that I've made.
So, as a makeup artist, what do you feel is the scope in today's market?
There's like a huge scope in this career. Back then कैसे बोलते थे जैसे lawyer बनूं, doctor, teacher. Makeup wasn't that spoken, or but now I'll just tell you the numbers, and it's very shocking. A makeup artist can earn from 3,000 to 3 lakhs in a day, and that's a huge number.
Definitely.
Trust me, you don't have idea how much a makeup artist is earning. So there's a lot of scope if you're good with your art and you're passionate about it. It's not just that हर कोई एक makeup artist नहीं बन सकता. It's not in everybody's hands. Also, you need to have that skill, passion, because passion will take you a long way. Skill is important, but passion is necessary. So that's there, and you can mint money. And it's like a flexible business also. Because we are a freelancer, we can take up whenever we want to.
Yeah, like just take a break if.
Yeah. See, honestly, you can't take a break in season because your season. Yeah. See, again, with break, as a makeup artist, I'll tell you, you have to compromise a lot in terms of your physical health, your family events, because of course when there's makeup required, there are family events gonna happen, and you have to skip. So initially I did skip a lot of family events, friends, like social events, but again you need to compromise somewhere, and then it's fine.
In today's time, a lot of Gen Zs are just looking up at YouTube videos and learning makeup and then just applying. What is the need? Like, do you think that makeup artists are going to survive in that generation?
110%, without a doubt. because what you do on yourself and what you do professionally is completely different. Your hand work is different, the skills, the techniques. Again, YouTube, you can learn like self makeup from YouTube.
Yeah.
Professionally, it's little challenging. So I'm glad that new generation is learning. Of course, you need to know how to look presentable. You need to have little makeup knowledge also, because when you book a professional like me, you should always know what they are doing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be like clueless. Like if I'm asking you that whether you like this or no, you should always know that this suits you or no,
Yeah.
basically. So again, having knowledge from YouTube is great, but this industry is booming in how people need makeup for the smallest event now, just to look presentable, I feel. And when you're wearing such good heavy outfits, you want to do a little bit makeup and feel good, I feel.
Okay, but I've also seen that I've seen a lot of makeup artists and I've never seen makeup on them. Why is it so?
We are so done with doing makeup on others that we don't get time to do our makeup. And actually, an event, we are just little bit blush, mascara, and lipstick. We are done. I mean, there's no such particular reason why we are not doing makeup on ourselves. It's just that we are exhausted doing it on others, so we just keep it minimal for ourselves.
So, there are so many makeup artists that are emerging. How do you handle moments of self-doubt or comparison with others in the industry?
Of course, you're going to have self-doubt when you're in this, competitive field. But again, I feel every artist has a very different style of work. So you can't compare your work to anyone, honestly. And in our community, we have a lot of makeup artists, and I'm really good friends with few of them. So we have a very healthy competition. We are always rooting for each other, and we're always helping each other. If I can't work, I'll tell, I'll just pass my work to, my friend or something. And I feel we are there for each other. So the comparison never comes, I feel. You can't compare your work to someone, I think. Comparison won't lead you anywhere, I feel.
So what has been the most rewarding part of being a makeup artist for you?
Honestly, when a bride is completely ready and she has to see her final look, and the first reaction that we get, that's really rewarding. And again, when the friends, the groom, the family members come, they see see her look and they really appreciate. I think that is the best part. It's very relieving more than rewarding. And again, when people come up to you, your friends, your family, they say, Khushi is your friend and, she does really well. So that's the best thing, I feel.
Great. So looking back at your journey, what's the one thing you wish you had known earlier in your career?
Many things, because again, I'm a self-taught artist. Nobody really guided me that, what can go wrong. So I feel I overbooked myself. I was taking up as many clients as possible, one after another, consumed a lot of energy, and I couldn't, shoot content. So I feel quality work is better than quantity. Again, you can shoot good content, give your 100%, and again the energy that you create.
Yeah.
I just don't want that, get ready and leave. So it's better you are at one place doing your 100%.
Yeah.
So I feel.
So wherever you are, just give your complete self.
Give your complete, because makeup is 50%. But the room, the environment, the energy that you create really matters as a makeup artist, I feel.
And the brands of makeup products that you use, are they skin friendly for all skin types and age groups? Like, there are like N number of makeup brands in the market. How do you make your selection?
I mean, now beauty has grown
Tremendously.
Yeah, so to decide what's best is very difficult, but again, as a professional artist with years of experience, and I'm a makeup hoarder,
Okay.
so I have a lot of makeup. So trying different products on my skin, on my family, seeing what's the best, researching basically, that really helps, to identify what's best, high quality products. And sometimes suggestions from different artists, that really helps in deciding. And of course we need to make sure it's like safe for all skin type.
So who are some of the makeup artists or beauty influencers that inspire you?
Again, from the West, I would say makeup by Aryan, makeup by Mario, Jacqueline Hill. They are like my ultimate. And India, again, Samaira Sandhu, Rihanna Akwal, Meera Sakrani. I really resonate with their style. So, as a makeup artist, you need to know your style. You should have something of your own that people look up to and see and say that ये खुशी का makeup है. You'll come to know one's makeup through its style. So yeah.
And we have seen you create a lot of theme-based, unique looks, occasional looks. What does it mean to you? Like, are you trying to express something?
Again, those creative looks that you're talking about, when lockdown came and we didn't have anything to do, and I wanted my social media to still be active, like people to still see my work. And again, I said I am a really creative person, so I just saw a few influencers creating like on their face. So I just felt like trying it for myself also. So I did like couple of looks, like Halloween looks, and painting like butterflies on my face and whatnot. I feel everybody is seen creating like celebrity inspired content, Squid Game.
Yeah, Valentine's also, there's a lot of...
A lot that I've done in lockdown that has really, helped people see my other side also, that, I can do this also. So, nothing as far as like expressing, but again, yeah, expressing my art.
Yes.
That's what I wanted people to see.
Is there too much pressure while doing makeup for brides?
A lot, because of course there's no room for mistakes here. It's a big day and you don't want to mess up. So, and I think I take pressure really well while working, and I try to give my 100%. We already know the bride because we are meeting them constantly, discussing looks. So you always need to know what the bride likes, what her personality is. So once that's done, and before that, you're doing her pre-wedding events also. So you get comfortable with them. So when the bridal day comes and when she is very anxious, I try to create a room firstly with like a lot of patience. Nothing should go like, nobody should be panicking. That's the first thing I'll make sure, nobody in the room. And that's how, we keep our bride, calm, play, honestly speaking, play bhajan or any Jain music. Trust me, that really works. With my last experience, a bride, she was not feeling well. Like she had already, she just felt like very anxious, nauseous, and we just played Bhaktambar. Nobody in the room. It's just me, my assistant, my hairstylist, and the bride with just her best friend. And trust me, that works. Trust me, and it's a platform for Jain people, and I think bhajans and Jain music really works well.
Wow, that's amazing.
I do that for myself also, because I think that's the best way to calm yourself down.
Yeah.
So when there's a lot going on, it's better to just play something.
Great. And what about makeup for grooms? Is there scope for that in the future?
It's already started. Again, not too heavy, it shouldn't look like makeup again. Basic enhancement, like correcting the under eye, giving them a fresh and a very lively look for the day. They shouldn't be looking dull, because again you're exhausted. So little bit here and there is good. And of course, there is a scope for groom makeup, but not as compared to brides, of course.
But why is this thing restricted only to girls? Why are we spending so much money and so much of our time in this?
See, when we are like, as far as if you go to see the history of makeup, it's always been entitled to women in general. So, and that's how the differences came, that makeup is for women and not for men. But I think now the time is changing. People are, it's like gender neutral, everything now. We are including men and women in this thing. So I think it's gonna change. And as far as you're saying about investing like a lot of time and money, as long as it makes you feel good, it's worth it, I feel. Any sort of investment here. Time or money.
So can you share your first milestone?
My first milestone, I think it'll be my first bride, of course. Very anxious, how I might seem now, but again, I was, continuously like prepping myself, whether, if I just miss a step or something. But again, very anxious, but very excited because it's a new journey. Bridal makeup is a complete different journey that you are on, and dolling up brides is the best feeling. So again, my first bride would be.
And who's your dream muse?
My dream muse would be Alia Bhatt, because again, if I talk about makeup terms, I love her style. Like, I love minimal makeup. That's what my style is also. I feel clean makeup, less is more, and people need to understand that, because it's the future of makeup. Trust me, minimal makeup is never gonna go out of trend. So Alia Bhatt for that, of course.
So where do you see your makeup career going in the next few years? Are there any specific goals you're working towards?
I am not working on something as of now. Again, just building my community. Maybe getting a very strong team. That's what I'm looking forward to. Maybe niche clientele I want to target now, and I feel we'll see where this goes. I feel this much for now.
You've come so far already, and there's a long, long way to go. Yeah, so thank you so much, Khushi, for your incredible story and your incredible journey. To all our listeners, if you want to feel and look beautiful on your special day, Khushi is the person to be with. And all the best to you, and thank you so much for being a part of Connect.
Thank you so much for having me.
And to follow for more such content, please like, share, follow, and subscribe our page.